Hello everyone, horrible morning for River fans for a lot of reasons. The main one, how badly River is playing and the fact that they just keep losing. After 99 years, River loses 4 consecutive matches at the Monumental. I mean, something happened that no one alive has ever seen. We haven't seen it. It happens with the most successful coach in history. It's something that hurts. In particular, a lot of things hurt. The song we started with, which was sung yesterday at the Monumental Stadium, is also a song we haven't heard in decades. I dare say the one that goes players, yes, but this one, they all have to go, not a single one should stay, right? No? Paradoxical. No? After election day, the same old officials are taking office again today, despite being newly elected. They're actually the same as always, just changing the names a little, but it's the same ruling party. All of this is very sad, very sad. I think we're already feeling defeated. I don't even feel angry. It's like I'm on the floor, I'm beaten down. A Superclásico is coming up and we River fans have no answers. We don't know what's going to happen for the Superclásico. Too many fragile players who play 2 games and then get injured. Imagine if River were still in the Libertadores and another tournament. Honestly guys, I have nothing to hold on to in order to get excited about this River and trust that we can win the next Superclásico. Except for River's overwhelming dominance over the former club. If it weren't for that, honestly, I have nothing to hold on to that says we're going to beat them. Just that we always have them under our thumb and that Dad always wins the important matches. Can I hold on to that? Well, maybe that's not much. River spent yesterday sending crosses all day. This image of Muñeco Gallardo looking defeated, the one we put on the cover, says a lot. He already changed the name, he put in the kid Jaime, then took the kid Jaime out, then Mesa's brother, Juan Cruz Mesa. He doesn't play at all, and there's no logical reason. Santiago Lencina, who I believe should start, doesn't play either. He keeps giving more minutes than anyone else to a player like Kevin Castaño. I understand that they have to justify what they paid for that guy. But he doesn't give you anything. He doesn't give you anything, nothing. Before, when I saw Muñeco Gallardo's coaching staff, I saw Muñe. And I also saw Vizque or Bujano, those who are around there. Actually, more precisely, Bujano Vizque, sorry. And I used to say, this is the possible successor. He gives me confidence. Today you see them and none of them get anything right. No, they lose. I said it in a bunch of live shows. They lose every tactical approach against any opposing coach. Well, yesterday Gimnasia's coach was a guy named, I have it written down because I don't know him. Fernando Sanirano, exactly. I have nothing against him and congratulate him for doing his best with what he had. Made it a well-deserved victory, honestly. Because all River did was send in crosses. The only offensive weapon this River team has is Huevo Acuña and his crosses. I think the only way River managed to get close was with the penalty called on Martinez Cuarta. We'll talk about that and about the campaign the media is running against River. And crosses River. Yesterday there were more clashes between fans in the hall at the exit. Dozens of River fans wrote to me, our followers on Instagram, telling me they came especially for the weekend from their provinces. From Tierra del Fuego, Chubut and Santa Cruz. To vote and to stay with family to watch yesterday's match against Gimnasia. No, say it, lots of people do. Half joking, half serious. Say that River played late on Sunday because otherwise it ruins the whole Sunday with the family. What's happening is very serious. What's happening at River is very serious. For me, the main person responsible is the coach at this point. And the players. Actually, can we share the blame? The thing is, he already changed the players a lot and I can't figure it out. I don't understand what's happening. There has to be something more. There has to be something more. There's something mental too. So much was said at the time about neuroscience at River and people used to brag about it and saw it as a good thing. What's going on? Are they still working the same way? The results aren't coming, but that's not the only issue. River hits the posts and creates many scoring chances for you. The results aren't coming because it's logical that you don't get results when you play so badly. I read your comments and value your opinion. I think I said it a while ago. As much as I love Muñeco, I have posters of Muñeco everywhere. He's my biggest idol. As a symbol of River. He's not finding a way. And it's starting to become something counterproductive for River. He can't find a way. Yesterday Nacho Fernandez came in again. A lot of people tell me, don't blame Muñeco, blame the players. But who puts these players in? I have nothing to hold on to. Salah seems like a separate piece of paper. All the players who join River end up catching it and becoming part of that negative dynamic. It's not going to work, it's not going to work, and it doesn't work. Nothing works at River today. Nothing. The people keep going, the people keep filling the stadium. With this team that gives you nothing. More respect for the people too, from everyone. I think yesterday Muñeco humbly from my place as a fan and as a content creator, River fans deserve to hear something from you. Even if you have nothing to say, there are always things you can highlight or explain to us. I want to know, why is this happening? Why? After that press conference where you said you can't burn out the young players, that they need their own process. So you go from putting Jaime in for Colidio, and then Jaime is the first one you substitute out. A guy who had just come in, you take him out again, and he's a kid who has, I don't know if he even has 180 minutes in the first team. Is this really that serious? I hope the directors step up and start making tough decisions. If they decide Muñeco has to stay, like they said, for 4 more years or so, he obviously can't be the one choosing the players, because honestly he's already chosen a lot of players, and like someone told me the other day, note that the players who worked out for him were brought in by a previous coach as they were the ones remaining. That needs closer analysis during Ramon Diaz's time. Many who worked out were from Ramon Diaz, but he got it right with some. Honestly, he hasn't been getting it right lately. I'll tell you the truth, I'm disappointed. I said it when Muñeco arrived. A lot of people teased me, a lot of friends in WhatsApp groups. For me, he's under observation. What he won, and we celebrate it, and it will always be in our memory, in our minds. But he has to prove himself all the time. An elite coach has to validate what he achieved. Well, folks, speaking about the management side, this is just a footnote, because honestly I don't want this to be the main point of the video, because it's just a footnote. The act that some journalists are putting on against River, talking about River stealing, they say nothing about what happened with Boca, is disgusting. Here we need the club officials to step up and for us to have more representation in the media. Guys, now we're going to read you some things. It's pathetic. One team gets 2 penalties for fouls outside the box, while the other gets 9 minutes added and still complains. Then, a couple of games ago, they were crying because against Belgrano they got 6 or 7 minutes added. It should have been 10. Yes. Yesterday they went to video assistant referee. The card came in to treat Gimnasia's players. All the substitutions were made. Maybe 9 is a lot, but they should have added 8 minutes. Well, Gimnasia's penalty is questionable. The one given to Gimnasia and the one given to River are both soft penalties. Both of them were soft. River ended up missing theirs. No, let's hear what Diego Diaz said. It's interesting since he's one of the few who mention it. We'll continue talking.
You have to see it within a minute. Who?
The referee. I'm not going to watch it.
No, not the referee. In pairs. Did you see?
When the ball was still out of the...
You didn't see it. The phone rang in as Cesar, and they told him to fire the Uruguayan, so he did. It's been a hellish week. From the referees who made sure Boca got the 6 points they needed. Welcome Boca to the Copa Libertadores. Something that didn't happen in the last 2 years, and that Argentine football couldn't allow in any way. For this tragedy to happen again.
Regarding Diego Diaz's comment, he's one of the few non-River people to say this. All night through the early morning and today there was a flood of tweets from the anti-River people. Pablo Lamedica talking about Nazareno Arasa, saying he should come out and apologize. Today Nazareno Arasa and also Belly Goy say he should come out and apologize. They don't say anything, absolutely nothing about what happened. Estudiantes Boca. Actually, yes. Pablo Lamedica says that video assistant referee was right to award the second penalty for Boca, and the red card for Neves was correct. They ignore the red card Ayrton Costa deserved, but there's some doubt about the first penalty. Then we have Pablo Gravelone, who was laughing, saying, divine justice. From where? Is 9 minutes a red card for Neves? He's definitely talking about the Estudiante Boca game without making any mention of the robbery that happened. At least that's what we thought during the Estudiantes Boca match and what the Estudiantes fans think. It was all a scandal. Chiqui Bueno called, teasing River about being helped. Then we have Leo Gaves. It's the same tone. Arasa has no shame. He can't keep making the messes he does. Well, he's rewarded by Beligoy. We have Chavo Fox, who sometimes we agree with on some opinions, but it's terrible. But Chavo Fox, he says, Divine Justice, God doesn't want ugly things. Chavo Fox is a scandal, say, you can't keep going with these referees, but he only talks about the match between River and Gimnasia de la Plata. He doesn't mention what was essentially a robbery. Boca got 2 soft penalties outside the box. Esteban Edul, whom we've talked about on our Instagram account, gives a whole speech. It was a huge game for Boca. He says, 3 golden points for Boca. They're top of the table and 1 step away from the Libertadores. They seemed likely to lose, but won thanks to Perez's late mistake. It was a relief. He writes a lot. Was Ceballos the best? He never says it's not a penalty or mentions Ayrton Costa not being sent off. And on the other hand, when he talks about River, he says, the worst River in more than 10 years. Do I agree? A string of defeats that is inexplicable, unexpected. I agree as well. He says, it's been a while since Gallardo has figured it out. I agree with everything he says about River from a football perspective. He says the last penalty wasn't deserved, and even then Borja couldn't tie. He focuses on one thing and ignores the calls in the Estudiante Boca match. Boca! Tato Aguilera! Don't get me started. Then people claim Boca got help. Please delete those tweets. The Contrato Aguilera thing is pathetic. Here we have the brother, the younger Edul, Gaston, who says, Gimnasia is huge. They nearly lost the victory to an undeserved penalty. He says he doesn't think it was a penalty. He added 9 minutes instead of 5 or 6 and called a penalty in the 54th minute for holding on both sides. He doesn't mention both players holding Ceballos in the penalty. He says key win for Boca to reach the next Copa Libertadores. Kumana, Dima. Their key win boosts their standings and strengthens them for the Superclásico. Herrera is performing well. He had his best moment. Nothing about the penalty called outside the box, a meter ahead. He even mocks them. It was like the penalty Ceballos called against Central. People, we're alone. This is an asterisk. This wasn't what our video was based on. It's critical. With what River's going through, urgent decisions need to be made. I don't know what to hold on to in order to believe that River will be able to prevail in the next Superclásico, except for our overwhelming dominance over the former club, as I mentioned earlier. But this week they say that Muñeco Gallardo is going to speak. We'll see what he says. I think, listen to what I'm saying, that if Muñeco wins the Superclásico, he resigns the next day as if saying, see, I'm leaving you, that's it. I'm very disappointed, folks. I'll read your comments. I'm very interested in your opinion. Bye-bye.